Hello guys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to the Super Mario Odyssey 100% walkthrough. In the last video, we were able to completely 100% Bowser's Kingdom, collecting all of the regional coins. Yes, that's what they are called, but I like to call them purple coins, along with every single moon in that kingdom. So now we're moving back to Sand Kingdom, as there's actually some hint arts I forgot to get. So let's go ahead and get those right now. And do you hear that music starting? Well, there's a little feature I found. You don't have to talk to the hint toad or whatever it is to start music. You can actually just open up the menu with minus and then press lists to play it yourself, which is really cool. This allows for some really fun stuff. But anyways, that was a pretty simple moon to get, but don't wait, there's another one. There's quite a bit of hint art for Sand Kingdom. Don't know how other kingdoms' moons end up here, but just ask me. Oh, and here's the cactus catcher I was missing. Apparently, I forgot about that. But anyways, if we return to the Trace Walker, he actually stares, I believe, at one of the moons. Just pound around here, and you'll find a hint art moon. I didn't bother with this one because obviously the hint arts looked pretty easily. Like it pretty much gives away the spot for this to be, but I guess I may have to look at it again. But do you remember this music? This is the Robo Brood battle, and after watching a couple speedrunners, this has become my favorite battle theme of them all. Like, the Japanese theming just fits this really well. It's really cool. And yeah, it's really cool. But yes, I've been looking through this hint art for quite a bit now. I know it's in this area, but I forgot where exactly it is. I think it's supposed to be in like the normal circle where you do this trace walking, but anyways, yeah, this is quite a big memory here. Trace walking being the most unfair minigame ever. Probably the main reason it's so hard is because it has a huge learning curve, and it took me a while to get it the first time. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, the one I got was for Bowser's Kingdom, which we just left, by the way. But there's yet another one hidden as well. There's quite a bit of hint art everywhere. And the fact that two of them are in the Sand Kingdom, it's crazy. Now, he does kind of give you a hint. I believe the Koopa will always look in a specific direction. And around here is where you want to actually ground pound. This is actually how I'm checking for Lake Kingdom. Okay, that one's gotten. No Wooden Kingdom hint art, so let's check that. Oh, I have to remove the bush. I didn't know that. It's quite a bit. Oh yeah, so now I know what I did wrong. this is actually quite a bit more of a trap than I thought it was. I thought, oh, it's going to be near the Trace Walker, but the Trace Walker tells us where to go, but we still have to go to wherever this place is and pretty much ground pound around the 2 shrubs that I just passed right there. The Trace Walker normally tells us where to go. And yeah, it turns out this is actually a lot harder than I thought, so let's just try to find a spot similar to the one that I see in the picture right here. Yeah, see, it's actually on the edge of the desert. I did not look at that the first time. And it specifically says the northern edge of the desert, which is quite crazy, because that means we have to go all the way over here. Oh, and yes, when you start a music theme, it'll stay like that for until I leave the kingdom or change areas. When I discover a new music, similarly as well. If you don't have any new music discovered, though, it'll just play for the entire duration. Which I don't mind. And here we go, we finally found it. This matches it as close as it could be. So now we start pounding around in this area. Yeah, this looks correct, so where is it? So yeah, off screen I actually went through pretty much every warp painting, memorized their locations so that I can play this a little bit faster, because I heard a really good way to speed up 100% was to just warp between the different kingdoms. Yeah, this looks like wooded. Okay, so now we need to actually find the hint art, which, surprisingly enough, is pretty easy. Oh, and guess what? There's still a lot of moons here, so I think we should actually do Wooded Kingdom next. It's on the path, and we may as well get this moon while we're here. Okay, now we're going to warp back to the Odyssey, and we want to go south for this. Yeah, the next time I do a 100% run, or if I plan to do this again, I'll probably look at the hint art better. And yeah, it's a tree, so... Oh, yeah. That means we pretty much have to look around again. And I'm very good with cardinal directions, so I know that south is around this way. Okay, we found it. And that should open it up this time. Pretty sure I opened this warp, but I may have forgotten where it is, though. If I could at least see where the area is, I could figure it out. Oh, there it is. From Mario's looking direction, it seems right here? Nope. Where is it now? Oh, there we go. Iron Cage. I missed it. The cursor was actually covering it. Hopefully we can play faster than this. Because currently we seem to be playing like crap today. It's been a while since I recorded because I had to get everything uploaded, so That took a long time. Don't worry, I'll be doing more walkthroughs soon. Promise you. This one's pretty easy to remember. Yeah, the fact that the wooden one is just in the center, in the middle of nowhere, is just crazy. Okay, so to get back to that area fast, let's use Jaxie. Because I don't want to walk a long time again. So, we go back here. Actually, no. That was actually just north of the area we passed, but I guess we get to ride this for longer. And bonk this out of our way, because why not? Avoid the pit. That'll work. Alright, now let's go and actually get the shrubs. There it is! See? I told you it was there. I was actually pounding in the right spot, too. I quickly figured out. It took me actually quite a while to figure out that I didn't look at the hint art. The fact that you have to look at the hint art to make that thing work is just really annoying. What if you don't want that? Alright, so now for the fun part, we're gonna go to Wooded, and we're probably gonna stay in there for a while. We don't have any plans on leaving. Meanwhile, I also have to make sure all my purple coins are at 0 in these completed kingdoms. And yeah, this Metro Kingdom has been 100%ed. But I need to check if there's I still have purples. Nope. Okay. Because I forgot to spend some regional coins in one area, and that was pretty annoying. Yeah. It's funny that I missed painting this close to the Odyssey. Like, this was the one I missed more than any other one. But yeah, these warps are actually the fastest way to get to the kingdoms, because every time you travel there's a long cutscene. But it takes a while to get to one of these, so this time we're going to just fall down here because this is actually an intended path to another moon. So we just bash this moon out. It's pretty well hidden nut to get, and we're just gonna go on the main path here and see what we can do. Immediately have to do a jackal jump, because why not? Try a lawn jump. I was worried I would actually miss that, but we did not. I see a Goomba. That's actually, yeah, that's the name. I keep calling it Goomba, but really it is not. Now, I believe if you didn't, assuming you didn't do the cheat section, for those of you who don't know, you could actually jump up to Goombets sometimes with a single Goomba. You're intended to build this tower more normally, but this time it doesn't work, and of course I forget that there's that. So let's just go in here then. Oh, wow. I can't believe I found this. So, yeah, we have... So remember the sheep porting we did back in Sand Kingdom? Well, we have to do that again, but it's really long. Now there is a skip to this, but I hate doing skips, and this area is way too long with it, so I'm just going to try to play safe here. Now you do have to bump him a couple of times. Anybody who doesn't know sheep herding, they always run away from you, so you always want to move in a certain direction. I was just about to finish the last part. Okay, I think I'm kind of annoying. We have to, like, block him off or something. Okay, there we go. We finally got him in. That took a long time. Let's get that before we... so you don't have to do this again, because the second one is hopefully going to be a lot easier. It's not, but... you kind of see what we have to do here. It's like the thing before, but a lot harder. But first we have to line the sheep up, and then the best way of doing this is to just yellow. Kick it like crazy and hope that you can land it in the pen, which I actually got on my first try. See, I told you, that was easier than the lawn path. Because the lawn path is just set up in the correct way that you have to do a really tricky skip where you get it on here and then actually right here where Mario's standing and then kick it again, which is really precise. I've never even attempted it before now, so if I want to do that, I would have to practice like crazy. Okay, now for a much harder moon, let's go to a halfway point to try to find the glider, because we need him to get the next one. Because there's a moon quite far out of reach. Oh, and another timer challenge. Let's take this while we're here. By the way, you don't have to do the intended way. I like how I failed that miserably and I still was able to do that. That's such an easy timer challenge. And a couple of new things have changed in this area. And yes, I kind of stopped using Luigi's Boon World, at least for the rest of the playthrough, the rest of the coins I've done, because I don't want to waste any more time with it, and also, it's actually kind of unfair. So, the area I played, the speedrun actually just completely bans the use of Luigi's Boon World, because like I said, it's ridiculous. You hit the max so fast, it's actually crazy, but... okay, it looks like I was at... wasted, I guess, but... here I'm gonna try to do a little trick, but... it does take quite a while. Seen before? And when I'm just gonna nail the trick, watch. Oh, I forgot to jump again. Let's try it again. Okay, we got the trick. See? Why couldn't I do that the first time? Jeez, I'm playing like terrible today. Sorry for the yell, that was terrible. Makes me want to just fight that guy over and over again until I stop failing. Okay. Well, after that disaster, let's see what we can do to make ourselves better. Yeah, I was still trying to find the glider. Man, that drove me crazy. Yeah, that's definitely enough now. I think I had enough of this. Should have done this the first time, but I also wanted to avoid it on purpose because then it would have been unfair. I deserve those 2 devs. If I wasn't an idiot, I would have killed them on the first try. Oh. Dear goodness. Oh, there's where the glider is? All the way up there? How do I get up there? That's one checkpoint I actually never grabbed. I thought I grabbed that the first time. But anyways, I guess we're gonna go up here. There has to be a way to get up here. I know, I'm very frustrated. Doesn't seem like there's anything I have to do here, okay. Okay, so... here comes the really trolley trick. There's... this is probably the hardest Captain Toad, not joking, to find. Because you have to... pretty much jump off with this flower, which the flower is already kind of tough to control already, but now you have to... now we actually have to turn it and jump at the same time, which is not going to work really well, so yeah. And no, this is the game's intended way of doing this moon. This is really difficult. Pretty much have to time it out by the feel. And if you get lucky, you might be able to reach him, but otherwise that thing happens. But you also notice that there's a pipe there. Yes, the intended way of getting through to him is actually via a shortcut. See if we can find it, eh? Well, at least we found a secret. Yeah, that looks really impossible. I'm not doing that. Let's continue to grab some moons. Search for purples as I go. Oh, great. There's a challenge I have to get up there. I don't want to do that. Let's just do a trick instead. Okay, good. We were able to trick up there anyways. I'm not capturing stinking Goombas just for that. Since I have Cappy, I may as well make use of him. Alright. Whoa, this is interesting. Never seen a flower roll do this before. Even more interesting. Well, we have to hurry now. My goodness, that's a lot of waiting around. And yeah, we already got the hidden moon here. We got it pretty early on. Oh, nice, I landed on the moon. Now I'm starting to do better. Sorry for the yell, that was terrible. My apologies, man. I should cut... I'm definitely cutting out the failed fights. I do not want you guys to see that. That's terrible. Oh, wow, how did I... Did I... Oh, yeah, right. I died trying to do that thing. Guess we do this again. You know what? I'm gonna think about doing that moon later, because, again, seems too hard. I'd much rather try to get onto the top, because I think the glider up there is actually the intended way of doing that. So we need to figure out how to get up there, and which is pretty interesting. The only way I could think of is an up route, but maybe there's... oh yeah, here it is. Now I remember. You hit this one challenge just to get up to the top, which is really annoying. A mini timer challenge just to get to the top. Pretty well hidden checkpoint here, and we find Peach. And yeah, what I was actually trying to do was the speedrun trick. It probably required something a lot different, and my jump did seem to be kind of early. I feel like you have to jump on the edge, but it's really tough. I know, me doing all these dumb tricks. But anyways, before we do that, though, let's go ahead and take care of this thing. There's a little really tricky thing here, where we can walk all the way over here. And so, let's do that timer challenge again. This time holding a seed, so we have limited mobility. By the way, it's still pretty easy. The only scary part is at the end, or if you mess up, it can be really bad, but remember what we did with the seed before? We're gonna plant it and just wait for it to reach the top, and it hides a bonus zone. I don't know. Also, I should have mentioned, this is the Yoshi's Island theme, by the way, or actually Super Mario World theme, but we like to call it Yoshi's Island because Super Mario World had Yoshi's Island in it. This is probably my second favorite music in the entire game, not including the battle music. I just love it. It's really catchy. Very nice remake. And as before, it contains a lot of coins, so we're gonna get everything here. It's not a hard one to get. Like, it makes it seem hard, but it really is not. And do another jump, and instantly we can just leave. We don't have to wait for that. Now I'm leaving this way because it's a little bit faster. In the speed run, you would normally warp, but yeah. Okay, so now the game's intended way that I probably should have done from the beginning. I actually had to look around for a little bit. You have to use this guy to get here, which makes it way more doable, as you can see. And now you know why Captain Toad settled here. Yeah, I made it look a little bit harder than it was, but it's still the most out-of-the-way Captain Toad that I've ever had. He is literally out in the middle of nowhere. Why? Oh, and we also get to catch a seed. I just barely noticed as we walked down, so we're gonna take a fall for a minute. See if we can get this. And we found it on our first try. Another moon and a seed. I think we're supposed to get this a different way, but since I saw it there, I may as well get it here. Into the pipe. And whoa! We're all the way over here. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that. Let's go back to wherever that top part is. And yes, that's not one of the mandatory checkpoints. That's why I never got it at first. The fact that you have to do a timer challenge to do that is pretty crazy. I'm still feeling kind of annoyed from my scream. I'm cutting out a lot of stuff in this video, I promise. You won't have to hear that. But then it wouldn't be funny anymore. So here's yet another hidden spot that you're supposed to only find with the glider. And of course I miss on my first try. Each one of these retries wastes a lot of time. Okay, well this trick at least I'm a little bit more familiar with, though I'm still not sure if it'll even work, but yeah, that's yet another thing you're supposed to use this guy for. This is probably the most used glider in the entire game. You need him for 2 moons, whereas in the other areas you only need him for 1. And the trick is to land him on the ledge, exactly. And then all of a sudden the moon just pops over there. For no reason. And there's also a thing up top there. Now keep in mind, that's still staying there, which means that, yeah. We have to go back there. If we warp, we forfeit the moon, so yeah. Normally you go back there with the glider if you manage to get him to stay on the platform, but it's pretty tight timing. So for the first time in a while, we actually have to do this big maze again, but I think it's actually more convenient than anything else, because there's a couple of new spots we can get that we never saw before. Starting with this moon. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Because of how slow I did that, I don't think there was a way to avoid that damage there. So that was pretty cheap of him to do that. Yeah, we still have to get that moon, yeah. So I think we have to go for this timer challenge again. But this time try to get to the top, or whatever. Whatever way we have of getting to the left again. Well, it's not gonna be from this, but we can at least try the trick a little bit better. Oh, and yeah, this is when many ones that... Let's see, yeah, I don't think there's actually a way back from that. We have no choice but to restart that moon again by warping back here, and then we'll see if the thing is allowed to do that. But yeah. Unless it is already there, but I'm not sure. This is actually the intended way of landing on it. Oh, jeez Louise. Let's capture him in uncapture him in this way, please. Yeah, I think falling down the pit cost us, because you're supposed to get it from the other side, but we missed that. So we had to warp back. Probably didn't have to do that the first time, honestly. Probably just silly, but yeah, I'll probably do it better this time. Because I always uncapture the glider early. Reality is I should just try and land him on the thing directly. And dive more to... There we go. We landed him perfectly. Perfectly. And now we can actually get back. Yes, you can get there probably a little bit quicker, but there we go. That's probably one of the trickiest moons to get in this kingdom, personally. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Let's go back to Forest Charging Station here, because there's a few moons here we could get. Because why not? We'll go up here. Huh. Oh, never mind. Let's warp out, because I don't want to see that cutscene again. I always forget which moons I do on my first playthrough. It's kind of tough to remember. Oh, here we go. This is actually a pretty decent challenging one. So much that I actually forgot the path. It's probably easy as always, but you never know. Oh, never mind, I remember. This is a lot easier than I thought. It's not the best start, but that's definitely a start. So let's start by tackle jumping here, which is actually the worst part. And that, because of the way we did it, we didn't fall. We kind of fell behind it, but yeah. For once, we're actually taking the intended path. But there are a few tricks we can use. We can use this up route to do a little skip that requires a tackle jump, which I messed up, unfortunately. To be fair, it was already bad from the beginning, but yeah. We don't have time to go around there, so we're going to attempt to land a tackle jump, which is not going to be easy, and this actually makes this the hardest one I've done so far. Again, I missed the tackle jump. Every bonk wastes so much time. Just wait till the Golden Koopa comes. It becomes even worse. They do other crazy things. We have to use this thing to get up the way. Ah, again, I just captured a thing. Now, if I wasn't dumb, I would be able to at least tackle jump. Yes. What you're supposed to do is bounce off of Cappy and land back on. The way I did that was so bad. Come on. That's enough. Let's just retry again. Like I said, I've never even done this one in the original playthrough. This one's actually a lot harder than I thought. I'm gonna definitely call this the truly hardest free racing. At least to complete fast, that is. Like, I'm having very trouble doing it fast. There are probably so many people out there screaming that I'm better because they know better ways. And I'm actually getting quite tired, so let's just do this the intended way, but a little bit faster. It's not too bad, though. We can take this damage here, then raise the thing, and yes, as you can see, they're able to capture it too, but they don't have an animation for it, so they just spin in their shells instead. Pretty bad. Unlike the last one, they are guaranteed to come on screen. Watch. There's one, but I don't know. I'll use this. The trick I do there in the first part, that is faster. I use roll to get some momentum, and if you're very fast, you can do that pretty cool. Also, I think like I feel like using the uproot might have actually screwed me. I think I just remembered the way you actually do it is with a lawn jump, which is best to do while just rolling in that direction and holding L. And you can see we kind of go the way of the Golden Koopa. We kind of just jump off here. And then tackle jump to reach this spot. Well, that triple jump saved something, and we also got a side flip, which helped a little bit. Oh, we got it! See, that's what the trick is supposed to look like. You see, I just forgot that I could do a lawn jump, and as you can see, that area is really slow. Look how much time I just cut off. And yeah, as you guessed, he does the same thing. So it's actually not as hard as I thought. I was just doing the wrong strategy. It's definitely pretty interesting though, because if you don't know how to do this lawn jump strat, it becomes very difficult to do. Oh yes, I got all of these. But, at the same time, I think there's something up here. Let's go the secondary route. I think there's a way up here, maybe? Okay. Now for the down throw. Now, if you do a shake in a certain way, you can actually capture this from a different angle. And yes, that is a trick. You kind of just do the thing here. And here's the trick. You jump up here, and this is how you're intended to find the painting. No wonder why I never found it. That's one of the hardest paintings to get, that's for sure. Oh, and I need that guy, by the way. I just remembered that. I watched 100% speedrun, and I just remembered that I need him. There's actually a little trick you could do as well. Well, where you just, so this captures fireballs could actually get coins. So I want to try and show that off here. The biggest example is probably over here. Yeah, you could just get purples. Anyways, let's go in here to our next bonus area. Oh, remember this, Aunt? Watch how much easier this becomes. Let's start with a long jump so we can... As I say that as I immediately fall off. To be fair, I was going too slow. And yes, this is actually the second hardest moon in the game. It's called Breakdown Road, apparently. That's what the community apparently calls it. Kind of tough to do. But now we have our hat, so it becomes a lot easier. Like I said, I took a really long break for this game, so I don't remember this area and how to do it fast at all. I'm gonna do a one long jump here, but that's it. Oh, I nearly messed it up again, but anyways, let's start by capturing this bill and then getting off it, and then do the same thing for the second run, and guess what? That really hard long jump strategy became so much easier. As you can see, it's a much more easier to do in this kingdom. Easy 2 minutes every time. It is still, yeah, see, I think it was called Breakdown Road. Yeah, the hard one we did was actually in Dark Side, which was definitely one of the hardest challenges I ever did. And also, don't ask me why, but they ask you to defeat a fireball here, but I think they wanted to make an arena for this, but it's pretty straightforward. Just classic Mario Brothers style, take him out, and you got the moon. Probably the easiest hatless challenge we've done so far. And yes, there's a random moon here. This is the Moon Kingdom hint art, and it's found in this kingdom. Pretty right next to that, which is really nice. Okay, the next one I can think of is actually in a secret flower field, which we missed, but yeah. Again, it encourages you to go back to all of the areas you explored. So let's roll in here. We notice that there's still nothing! Let's fix that. Let's start spinning around. Spinning around to get some flowers picked up. But yeah, there's no real way of doing this fast. And so, yeah. It's actually quite hard when you get off cycle. There we go. That'd take as long as I thought it would. Ooh, I got pipe set. And also, we find the normal version of this, but this one is a little bit different this time. This time around, we actually need a capture here. It's one of the rarest captures in the entire game, which I actually got really lucky for. You have to capture this guy, for some reason. Don't ask me why. You can actually capture him during the first story moon, but since we missed that the first time, it becomes really tough. So if this already wasn't tough enough, we're making it a little bit tougher by going a lot slower. Alright. Yes, unlike the many challenges, there is no true way of doing this. The road is entirely invisible, and there are basically little spots that tell you where you have to jump. But at least we can do this a little bit easier. Kind of just memento this, and with Cat Bead, these enemies become a lot easier. Whereas originally we had to backflip. I know, like, I'm normally so cob. I'm definitely cutting that part out. Because that part was just looked awful. Let's try to finish by collecting a bunch of moons around here. And also, there's an hour capture we might have missed as well. This guy. Yeah, we're purposely avoiding going to deep woods because it's tough. Yeah, you're supposed to get here to a different area, but I'm not bad. And here's the 2D theme for Wooded. This is the only time in the area you go to a 2D section in Wooded. Like I said, every level, I mean kingdom, will have one of these. We can warp out this area too, so let's do that. And there's a moon in here, apparently. According to the X, let's see what can be found, I guess. I see where it is, but how do I blow it up? There's no real blow-up thing, unless the frog is the only way. You see, the way I'm thinking is it's supposed usually a tank that blows that up. So the fact that it's not like that makes me seem kind of uninterested. Oh, here's an interesting secret I never found. I think that'll at least lead to some coins. I knew it. Wait a minute. Let's check the map again. Nope, it's not in this exact area. Best way to figure this out is to go for the observation desk. Ground pound, I guess? There are some moons that are just randomly hidden that you'll never remember your first time. I know I forgot a lot of them. Actually, let's do the one I remembered the first time. Yeah, I like how during that entire time I forgot about the line jump. You see, I forget stuff really easy. Oh, I see. There's a key platform here. So this will be a challenge we have to do. For some reason, the slope is also making it a little bit annoying. I don't like it. What are we supposed to do to pick up this key, though? Oh, I see. I see where it is, I think. From the looks of it, we have to... Wow, this is a well-hidden key. Probably not. You could probably just fall on it like all of the others. I could have tried that, but... I may as well show the intended path off. That's where... Oh, wait. I'm not sure if this is a Moon Rock Moon or not. I guess we'll just know later. We don't actually have much time left. Now, I avoided doing a lot of stuff on purpose here, because... I don't want to go into deep woods until the next episode. And plus, I have a lot of moons to find as well. Oh, and yes, most of this is being done with a guide instead of the natural pay Toad 100 coins and discover a moon location. That is not going to be allowed, at least for me. It's never been allowed in the speedrun ever, which is why I have her do that. Let me guess. Oh, wow. Well, I guess we just have to ground pound again. So whenever you snack one of those radios, as you saw, it plays the final theme of the game, which we saw when we had to escape that moon rock devastation or whatever. Also known as the section where Mario is inside of Bowser. LOL. Oh yeah, see, look, there's nothing. No, I already bought that, actually. Just checking. So we need this for a moon as well. So may as well get it. Okay, this is the last moon I will check, and then I will end the episode. Isn't there a way to pick this up? Not that I can figure out. Oh, now. There we go. So that's a little trick you can do with that. Really easy, bunny. To get... There's quite a few tricks you can do with these. Actually, no, I don't want that. There's one more secret I want to check, but then I'm gonna end the episode off. It's not going to be an hour long because of the fails I had. Like I said, I'm getting smarter by the minute. There's just a moon randomly hiding up in the cave. Don't worry, there's still a lot more moons. There's a lot of moons I have to get in deep woods, which is a very well hidden sub area that I never went to, but we're going to go to in the next episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Bye.